Cheers! And good afternoon, everyone. It's time for the Turtlecast. Welcome! I'm happy to see so many of you already here. So let me say hi to DDKG, Adefion Jack, Monkey Nuts, Moo, RHPS, Xlant, Robco Games, Aluful, Anyway, Nomis, Inkslinger, Adefion Jack, Wadunica, Dave, Chris Zimmerman, Big Daddy RT, Nomis, and Viseric. Welcome! Happy to see you all in here. As always, I will answer your question from Ask the Turtle section. I will try to answer questions from the chat too, if possible. As well, we'll be checking follow.com, and there is a new article. Seems like what is Fallout 76, that's kind of newcomer's guide. So we'll be rating a Bethesda newcomer's guide from 1 to 5 turtle shells. Depend how well it goes, how good it is. I hope it's good. I didn't read it, I just checked. Just checked that there is something. So there is something on follow.com as well. Unfortunately, so far we do not have a confirmed date for the map expansion update. We still only know it's June. Most likely it will be revealed on Xbox event. So after 9th of June, 9th of June is Xbox event. So most likely we'll figure out when Fallout 76 is getting an update. There is a lot of speculations. There are people saying some dates. But according to my knowledge, there was no officially confirmed date from Bethesda. So every date that someone is posting, it's either based on leaks, speculations, or overreading into the roadmap that do not specify the date of the update. So never try to read the date from the picture. It usually doesn't work. Maybe sometimes, I mean, you can get lucky. We basically know it will be Tuesday, almost 99% certainty that it will be Tuesday, as they always update. The big updates always drop on Atom Shop Reset. So, yeah, almost certainly Tuesday, but which one? There's 3 Tuesdays that are possible, to be honest. 3 Tuesdays are possible in June. So, okay, that's 3 options. 14th, 20, no, that's not Tuesday. 11th, 18th, or 25th. So those are 3 possible dates for the update. I hope it will be earlier than later, but we have 3 possible dates. So if you are guessing one, you probably have over 30% chance of being right, which is a good chance. Now, let's see this article from Bethesda first, and then Ask the Turtle section on Discord. Let's go. Going into this article, let me switch the camera view, make it a little bit bigger so it's easy to see on smaller screens. There we go. You should see now. What is Fallout 76? We are glad you asked. But wait a second. What's Fallout? We have the answer to that question too. If you are brand new to the Fallout games, check out this helpful guide. It's got all the information you need to know about the other games. We'll maybe check it other day. We are interested in this article at this moment. Fallout 76 is an online open-world multiplayer role-playing game, and Bethesda Game Studios' most recent addition to the Fallout game universe. Set in Appalachia, once known as West Virginia, you are one of the lucky, chosen few who survive a cataclysmic nuclear war in underground shelters called vaults. Vault 76 is your home, and the people there your family, whether you like it or not. But one day, you awake to an empty vault. Your crushy vault life is over, and it's time to rebuild all of society. Or Appalachia. Let's start there. Nice picture. Explore Appalachia and beyond. Here's the thing about the world outside Vault 76. It's beautiful and there's a lot to see. Fallout 76 open world map is big, made up of 6 distinct regions. Soon it will be 7. From the lush woodlands of the forest to the rampant pollution of Toxic Valley and the ash heap, Appalachia has something to offer for every former Vault dweller. There's even a dive bar. With the introduction of expeditions, you can now also voyage to places outside Appalachia like Atlantic City in New Jersey and the Pit in Pennsylvania. Expeditions have their own questlines, locations, characters, and even unique enemies. Because Fallout 76 is regularly updated with new content, there's always something to do, and the world is ever expanding. Adventure together. Here's the other thing about Appalachia. It's dangerous. All manners of beasts, robots, raiders will be vying to take your belongings. But there are friendly folk out there who can help. Because Fallout 76 is an online multiplayer game, the people you want on your side are intrepid adventurers, just like you. Every player will have unique stories and memorable moments. You could be saved in the nick of time from a vicious scourge beast by another player who could become a new ally on your next adventure. Or maybe a veteran player you come across will give you some much needed supplies. The Fallout 76 community is welcoming and always ready to help newcomers to Appalachia, so stick together and reap the rewards. Multiplayer activities like public events, daily ops and expeditions are great for earning caps, experience and powerful loot. While you can compete against other players in PvP, there's also a pacifist setting to turn off PvP, which we recommend when you are first starting out in Appalachia. Yeah, that's a good recommendation. PvP is still broken, let's be honest about it. Bethesda shouldn't be honest about it, they advertising their own game, but at least they honestly recommend to switch off the PvP as much as possible. In Fallout 76 immersive open world, anything can happen. Whether you take on group content with fellow Vault dwellers or seek out quests solo, in Fallout 76, what stories will you tell? Be yourself. I generally don't like it as an advice, as it's probably overdone. Everyone will tell you be yourself. And I will make exception in here, as that's a Fallout universe. So if you are extremely evil person, in game world, you can still be yourself. So that's actually, in this case, okay, we do exception. That's a good advice. You are good or evil, be yourself. Then, or be someone completely different. Player freedom and character customization in Fallout 76 is paramount. Your stats are easily tailored to your playstyle with the special system and can be saved in loadouts, which you can change at locations around Appalachia. Don't know where to start with character builds? Read all about our recommended level 20 loadouts. Player freedom extends to your character's appearance. Dye your character's eyebrows green and give them a pompadour because your Vault dweller is unique to you. You can even change your appearance whenever you want from the setting menu. Craft outfits, armor and accessories to further customize your character and stay up to date on post-apocalyptic fashion. Appearances are one thing, but how you act is something else entirely, and the people of Appalachia will have opinions on your reputation and your choices. There are factions like the Brotherhood of Steel to support or make mortal enemies of, and people to help or betray. In Fallout 76, you will make difficult choices with far-reaching and enduring consequences. But above all, survive. Okay, that's good advice. You will need shelter. Rebuild your new home with the construction and assembly mobile platform camp. Place your camp anywhere on the map and make your dream ramshackle cabin a reality with a multitude of walls, flooring, lighting, and decorations. Or if you do camps in my style, your hobo camp will fit too. Even set up a shop to sell your extra ammo and crafting materials. Of course, you will also need food, water, weapons, and armor to defend yourself. Learn to cook anything from Brahmin burgers to Deathclaw Wellington and don't starve. With our deep crafting system, gather everything that isn't nailed down and scrap it for materials to make yourself a new set of boiled leather armor. And one thing I really love about Fallout, you can pick up everything and scrap it into materials. That's the one thing I hated about Starfield. There were so many things I could pick up, and there was no use at all. Just rubbish. Unusable rubbish everywhere. I hated that. In Fallout, there is no rubbish. There is scrap. Armor and weapons are completely modular, so you can swap parts to suit your playstyle. Now, get out there. Appalachia awaits. Fallout 76 is available for Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. Jump in today. So, how do you rate this article? I think overall it's a good introduction article. I will give it 4 turtle shells out of 5 possible, so very high. Could be a little bit more info, but generally very good. I would like it a little bit longer with slightly more details that can help, but overall, yeah, very good. And welcome everyone else who's joining us right now. So how many turtle shells will you give to this article? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? 5 is the maximum. Cannot be more than 5. And about the next update, I see we have bets from 11th to 25th. So everyone has a date, and everyone has a different date. Yeah, there is no more actual starving in Fallout 76, although being well fed and well hydrated gives you nice bonuses. So they removed the penalties, but they amplified the bonus part. So it's still worth to be well fed and well hydrated in Fallout. So I will not take away points for that. Maybe whoever was writing this article don't even know that penalties have been removed, as most people instinctively do not let their character starve. So yeah, they may not even know that there is no penalty for running empty food and health bar. Yeah, they quite often in articles use old pictures, but there is nothing wrong with it. There was no update to Fallout that would change how it looks like. So old pictures from Fallout 76 are as valid as new pictures from Fallout 76. Visually, there was no changes. So you either agree with my 4-shell verdict or you think it should be 3.5. Okay, please stop breaking the shells. Yeah, the penalty is lack of the bonus. Do I have a workout routine like in Fallout or real life? My workout routine in real life is very simple. When I can, I go to my friend to exercise with him. And other than that, I do quick exercises whenever over the day. I noticed the best idea is just don't wait for a correct moment. If you have some weights in your room, if you go outside and there is a bar that you can do pull-ups, just do it. Takes a minute. Auto axe after the update seems to be about the same. I didn't make a direct perfect comparison were trying to establish it on the live stream, and it was looking about the same. Although it can be a little bit of advantage that after the update, the elemental portion of the damage will be higher. Now it's very small, and ballistic is the majority. After the update, it's about half by half when you mod it with elemental damage. So it may be overall better for some situations. The new boss is a little bit more complicated. It has high resistances, but its damage mitigations goes up if friend bosses die. So there are 3 bosses with new update. If one of them die, the remaining 2 get higher damage mitigation. If another one dies, remaining 1 will have even a higher damage mitigation. So that's how it works. You can make this boss fight relatively easy if you kill them simultaneously. Just don't kill one by one. Kill them all together equally. That seems to be currently the best strategy for new trio of bosses. The Robot Trinity. Oh yeah, the turbo mod doesn't work. I wish they would just rework it, because it doesn't give any extra attack speed. It should be just flat damage bonus from the turbo mod, rather than damage reduction, without changing a damage type. So it would be just hard hitting mod. And the chainsaw is being slightly nerfed, not auto axe. Auto axe feels about the same. But the chainsaw, even after the nerf, it's still very capable, as I was running with that. I switched to melee build on public test server. I was running with both auto axe and chainsaw. And chainsaw can still do any content in the game on melee build. Oh, KG33, we are building new PC and switching from Xbox. So bad there's no cross save. Yeah, you need to start over. I'm using mouse and keyboard. I'm a PC gamer. I started my experience with gaming, like the real gaming, it was StarCraft. So obviously, mouse and keyboard. And I was playing, I learned how to use mouse and keyboard, and it's like extension of my hands. Even if you're new to mouse and keyboards, you will get used very quickly, and you can control everything way better than with a controller. It took me longer to learn the controller than mouse and keyboard, and still I cannot control anything as good with a controller as I can with mouse and keyboard. So definitely mouse and keyboard guy, me personally. I'm not saying everyone is, but for me, yeah, mouse and keyboard. And get a Razer mouse. Feels really good. Very snappy, fast. Yeah, I know, StarCraft is very old. Original StarCraft. But it was awesome game. I think it still is awesome game. It's unfortunate that Fallout 76 is badly. It's not badly optimized. That's the biggest problem. Is it's overall it's not even so badly optimized. It just you manually need to switch some ini settings. Mainly disable iPresent interval. It's forced vsync. You don't want it. None, like for about I don't know, maybe 10 years now. PC is not using this technology. It's outdated. It causes huge lag and delay. I'm not talking even about FPS drop. The lag, the input lag. This is like terrible, terrible input lag when you have iPresent interval set to 1, which is default in Fallout ini files. That's why I put it on first place when I did my FPS fix guide for PC. That's the most important to fix when you are on PC. That's the first thing I do. If I install Fallout 76, fresh install, new PC or whatever, first thing I do, iPresent interval, find it, switch it to 0. Oh, you need to launch the game at least once for the files to appear. As basically any file is created when you start the game for the first time. How many potential hours Skyline Valley is adding depends what you are asking about, Justin. If you are asking about exploration, lore, and new questline, we are looking at about 6 hours. But that's plainly questline and lore. If you are looking about my whole added content, which is new event, new grind, new bosses, then it's a lot of hours before you unlock everything. Probably we are looking at around 40 hours to run those events enough to unlock rewards from them. And there are different people. For some people, only exploration and questline counts as new content. For me personally, the grind counts too. So I'm getting 40 hours from the update. Okay, we need to head to Discord. I didn't answer your questions from Discord yet. Okay, opening Discord now. I always talk too much. I know. I cannot fix it. When I start talking, I'm lost. I can keep going. It's even worse if someone gives me a beer. Okay, ask the turtle section. Alright, here we go. Ask the turtle section. Did I answer this one? I'm not sure. That was from last week, but just in case I didn't, so crits from auto axe are not fixed. And by that, what people mean, basically, if you try to use auto axe in VATS, the first 2 hits or 3 hits will register correctly in VATS, and then basically they count as regular hits outside of VATS, so you cannot crit. It is a problem with auto axe related to its too high attack rate. It's just they never coded it correctly. Also, how does power attack damage work with automatic melee weapons? It's its default attack. Automatic melee weapons power attack every time. Do rad away stack? Yes. Like if I press button 10 times that it heals rats 10 times faster? Yes. Does empath still work the same way it did in your YouTube video 2 years ago? Yes, it did. It does still work the same way. I'm not sure if the video you are referring to already says that it doesn't give self-benefit. A self-benefit was removed, but outside of that, it works the same way. So basically, to maximize the benefit of empath, you need 3 people with empath in one team. It can be 3-person team or 4-person team. If you have empath, you need another 2 empaths to maximize the effect of empath. After that, it's capped. It will not help if you have 4 empath on the team. Difference between 2 and 3 empaths is very small, but there is. So 3 empaths on the team, maximum result. And if you have 3 empaths on the team, it outweighs the downside of empath, especially if you have class freak, so it's very beneficial in that situation. Does the syringer buff work for everyone or just the person shooting syringes? For everyone. And it can be 4 people with a syringer or 1 person with 4 syringes. As 1 stack per weapon is currently the rule in Fallout 76. Next, hey Turtle. I have rolled a cremator with blooded 50 crit and 15% reload. What are your thoughts on this roll? I have never done a blooded build, but I have been toying with the idea. Do you have any advice on starting a blooded build? Thanks man, great content, always love your stuff. So, blooded builds, I have them on my channel. Blooded is the best possible roll for the cremator. Crit damage is not super usable unless you run a heavy barrel and you go for direct impact damage, which is not as great as going for dot, but can be done. 15 reload, good. So generally you have very good cremator. The main advice for blooded build, boost your total health and run emergency protocols. If you have it, you're good. Angry Panda. Hello Turtle. Just was wondering if you know the exact date of new season. I do not. The Dark Poet. Hello, Turtle. Word of mouth has it that power armor is the go-to option for full health builds. Yet I wonder myself if non-power armor wouldn't be better in general, as you miss out on under armor, backpack effects, and stats in power armor. What's your stance on it for full health builds? So it's a mixed bag, as if you are the heavy gunner, without power armor you lose access to stabilized. So heavy gunner, power armor. If you are a melee build and you run like a two-handed weapons, melee weapons, power armor gives bonus damage to power attacks. So again, power armor better. If you are running stealth builds, power armor don't work with stealth, you need regular armor. Now what if you are running something in between? You are not running stealth build, you are not running heavy guns. In that case scenario, you can go for either one, and both will work. Power armor will offer better protection, but without power armor you have access to something like a solar armor, which will give you a free healing. So yeah, there is no wrong option here. They both have a place for full health. Yeah, I posted both before, that's true. Next, I feel like what you lose out... Oh, no, that's it, that's answer. Okay, where is the next question? Season tickets go to next season or reset? Reset. I have 525 and nothing else to buy. No, they will reset, you need to spend them. If the next season works the same as this one, you will probably have more than enough tickets. If you grind, you definitely, but does it mean you want to lose the tickets from this season? Try to get to 150, claim repeatable rewards. Hi AT, do you know if the hard bargain per card is broken? Not important card I know, but I was trying other day and a max out card saved me about 5 caps on a 2k plus plan from a vendor bot, or is that right, the discount? There is a cap. Max out hard bargain is equal to 9 charisma. I think for buying, I keep forgetting, I think 25 charisma is the cap. So let's say you have 24 charisma, you add this card, you are getting benefit of 1 extra charisma. If you have 16 charisma, you add this card, you have full benefit of 9 charisma. So prices are capped. If you reach the best prices, this card will not change anything. If you run with 25 charisma without hard bargain equipped because of unyielding armor, this card will not change anything. So that's the thing with trading and charisma. Is the mysterious stranger bugged in daily ops and expeditions? He doesn't seem to appear there at all. I did a whole video about the mysterious stranger, and it's a very mysterious guy. Yeah, true, and it doesn't work in instance interiors for most part. As well, on adventure worlds, only one can be present at a time, so if more people is running mysterious stranger, it will not be able to always appear. Next, Mr. Turtle. I recently got a vampire power armor 20% chainsaw. What is 20%? I decided to try your chainsaw no power armor build. However, I was unsuccessful to tank enemies such as the Mile Queen or Error. Seems like as soon as they step on me, I immediately die. Is this normal or is there something I'm missing? You are probably missing something. I follow your instructions to the letter plus was able to get my armor above 500. So you have blocker. Maybe you are missing a teammate. Are you sure you have mutated teammate that is running speed demon? That's a big part at this moment. You need a teammate with a speed demon. But you shouldn't die from 1 kick. You should be able to tank 1 kick at 20% health, which for melee should be at least 80. Between 80 and 100 health should be your nerd rage range. Do you have it? Oh, you don't have enough time to get to 150. Just claim whatever you can. If you are 115 and you have some tickets left, you didn't purchase everything, so keep buying, even if you don't need it. I got a question. Should I go for unyielding Secret Service armor if I already got Civil Engineer armor with unyielding? No. I'm honest, no. The difference is not big enough. It's okay. What you will feel, how much of a difference you can expect if you switch for Civil Engineer to Secret Service. The damage reduction that you will achieve, the increase in damage reduction, total will be under 5% difference overall for max damage. So no, you will not probably be even able to tell the Secret Service is better without recording and comparing the footage with both armors or the same enemy. So I would say no. Civil Engineer is good enough. The same reason I'm not chasing more armors, even though my Secret Service is not perfect, the difference is just not big enough. Can Gauss weapons or explosive bullet weapons cripple limbs if they aren't targeted in VATS? Yes, but only if we are talking about direct impact. About 2 years ago, Bethesda removed the crippling ability from AoE, from the explosion. Therefore, explosion do not carry crippling ability, only impact. Therefore, you need to hit the limb, but you don't need to use VATS. If you manually aim for a leg and hit it, it will cripple the same as in VATS. And that concludes answering questions from Discord. We'll be back with more questions next week, as always. For now, those are answered. Back to the chat. Oh, Jeremy with special message in the chat is saying, great content as always, my friend. Thank you a lot, Jeremy. Appreciate your support. Okay, did I miss anything? About the Westec, it seems that Bethesda removed the nerf. On latest iteration of public test servers, super mutants are back to level 100. So hopefully there will be no nerf to Westec. The time will tell, like I cannot guarantee, but currently they took away the nerf. You heard that you can still stack power armor. Yeah, that's an exploit of a glitch. I never did that myself. I do not recommend. I don't know if that's a bannable offense, but it's not something that will happen by accident. You need to do it very intentionally to cheat the system. Is the Cold Shoulder capable of soloing bosses? Yes. It is very capable shotgun. In VATS, of course. Outside of VATS, it's not really. In VATS, yes. Yes, emergency protocols are available only for power armor. No equivalent for regular armor. Additionally, each piece of power armor provides damage reduction, which is not the case for each piece of regular armor. So power armor is way more tanky, not because of stats, not because of damage resist, energy resist you see on your stat page, but because of additional damage reduction each piece provides on top of the resistance. Hello, Norwell. You have 4 different unyielding armors, that's fine, mix and match. As long as you don't plan to run legendary perks that reduce poison or fire damage, you can mix and match. Oh, trailer, your chainsaw is vampire power attack 25% less VATS. Okay, that makes sense. I was wondering what the 20% was for, as I don't know this effect. Like, there is no 20% third star effect. That makes sense. That's a good roll. Should you make a switch to low health build? If you want more damage, yes. If you want to get experience faster, yes. Maybe there is some case scenario and answer will be no, but I just don't know it. What is the current best melee weapon? Auto Axe, and it will remain to be Auto Axe after update even more. Turrets in your camp do not really scale. They are fixed. You just build them. You can have regular or heavy. They don't change with your level or anything, or region of the world, nothing. So that's why they're relatively weak. But if you want to strengthen your turrets, I should have a guide about turrets. And one of your perks will affect the damage output, which is counterintuitive because that's Demolition Expert. That boosts the turret damage. But you can make them quite powerful, especially if you have Enclave version. Those for some reason are more powerful than regular. There is no new food coming with next update, which is a disappointment for me too. And because of that, I will most likely tomorrow be making another lazy heavy gunner build and see if I can change and what people will say. Because everyone is like always, why are you carrying so much stuff? It's not needed. What if I just drop it all and switch to lazy heavy gunner? I can do it. I feel strong today. Most likely I will drop most of the stuff to the mule, not on the ground, but still. Will there be a noticeable damage increase for all weapons? Not really for all weapons, but I was testing shotguns and weapons with relatively steep damage drop-off, and there was a difference. The regular weapons, I like regular rifles that already have around 200, I didn't feel too much of a difference. There may be, it's just not as noticeable. Yeah, Final Word is my favorite heavy weapon. I like the classic heavy weapons with the ballistic, like typical bullets that split a lot of bullets. My second one is LMG, light machine gun with quad. There must be quad. Otherwise, it reloads way too often. There is no other farm like a Westec. And most likely they are not nerfing it. Is sprinting automatically coming back? No. Bethesda is saying safety first. No running with automatic chainsaws and auto access and other weapons. Safety first. What if you tip over and hurt yourself? Not allowed in the wasteland. And put your hard hat on. How power armor two-handed melee compares with unarmed melee? I like it more, personally. Two-handed power armor versus unarmed. And if we are talking about the Warglaive, I think it does more damage, although it swings slower. Of course, I'm comparing without using Vintage Nuka Shine, and that can switch it a little bit, but Vintage Nuka Shine only lasts for a minute, so that's a very short-lasting damage increase. Oh, Kai Kluman, you rolled your last piece of Overeater's Torn. Good luck. Good job, I mean. You had good luck. Don't run with scissors, yes. How much is Union Power Armor in stamps? Oh, I don't remember. I think it was around 500 for full set or 800, something like that. It's not too bad with the current farming method, with most sensational game. I would not say it's too bad, as you can run this expedition 10 times per hour, earning 150 stamps per hour. That's very efficient. Yeah, they will not give you a recipe for sugar-free Nuka Shine, unfortunately. And is even sugar-free Nuka Shine a reward repeatable one? I think it's not. It should be there next time, I hope. If I could keep buying sugar-free Nuka Shines with my tickets from season board, I could try unarmed for a while just for fun with like 100 sugar-free Nuka Shines. Do I have any weapon I would like to see buffed instead of good weapons nerfed? Oh, a lot. You know how many pistols and shotguns there is in Fallout 76? They all need a buff. And even some heavy guns could use buff, the less used ones. There's a lot of weapons that could use a buff. It's not just one. What's the best mod for Enclave Flamer Rifle? It's not really much matter. After you have a Flamer mod, you only need calibrated capacitor and you are set. There's nothing else required if you are going for boss killer Flamer, of course. They remove AP cost reduction from other mods, therefore they're irrelevant. So you just need Flamer mod of any kind and calibrated capacitor, where calibrated capacitor is incredibly hard to find. And that will conclude this episode of the Turtlecast. I hope I answer your questions, as we'll be heading now for a little bit of member hangouts. So if you are a member, the green names in the chat, you are a financial channel supporter. It's my way of saying thank you. Every week we have a little bit of a hangout with a smaller crowd, so I can be even more up to date with what's going on. I'm never 100% up to date with the chat, even when I'm trying. So thank you very much for being here, and see you in the next one. If you are not a member, we are live tomorrow, as always, Saturday evening. So see you there, and have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.